A very good morning to all my students. Today we are going to have our science class, and the topic that we will be doing today is dispersal of seeds, one of the most important and interesting topic of plants reproduction. So we know that plants produce fruits and most fruits bear seeds. However, all seeds of a given plant do not germinate near their mother plants. Nature, therefore, enables the seeds to move over to other places, thereby helps it to transfer seeds to different places. What do you mean by dispersal of seeds, students? The transfer of seeds to different places, okay, away from the mother plant is called dispersal of seeds. Understood? Now, why seed dispersal is very important? You must be having this question in your mind. Seed dispersal is important because of the following reasons. There are three reasons that I have enlisted here. That is, number one, it prevents overcrowding of plants in area. Okay, so it prevents overcrowding, so that when the baby plants comes out, there will not be overcrowding of the plants in that area. It prevents competition of water, mineral and sunlight, so that if there is overcrowding of plants, then what will happen? Water, minerals and sunlight, they will not get enough. So what will happen? They will die. It helps the plants to grow in new places or new areas. Okay, so through dispersal of seeds, the plant will get scattered to different places and they can grow very easily and they will grow healthily also. So when we come to know that dispersal of seed is very important, then we also have to know then how our seeds will get dispersed, isn't it? Who will disperse our seeds? So the agents of seed dispersal are as follows. Okay, that is water, wind, animals, that is including humans and birds, and explosion of fruits. So there are four agents. Okay, there are four agents that plays a very important role in the dispersal of seeds. So now we will be discussing about agents of dispersal in details. Now the first agent is wind. Some seeds are lightweight, okay? Some seeds, for example, like cotton seeds and dandelion seeds, maple seeds, heptid seeds, they have hair or wings like structure. So winds carry them easily. So let's take example of cotton seed and dandelion seed. Can you see this dandelion seed? On the top, can you see? On the top, they are hair-like structure. So when the wind blows, these seeds get detached and they get easily carried away by the wind. Understood? Same thing with the cotton. Okay. Now see this, inside this cotton there are seeds. So when the wind blows, this cotton get detached and it get carried away by the wind very easily because they are light in weight. The reason why they get carried away by the wind very easily, and in this way only they get dispersed. Now let's take example of maple seeds and heptid seed. Can you see this wing like structure on the top of maple seed? Can you see this wing like structure on the top of heptid seed? This helps them to get carried away by the wind very easily. As it is, they are light in weight. So when the wind blows, the maple seeds, this part acts like wings. This part acts like wings for heptid seed and they get easily carried away by the wind, and in this way they get dispersed. So cotton seed, dandelion seed, maple seed and heptid seed, they have fine hair. Okay, cotton seed and dandelion seed, they have fine hair that helps them to get dispersed. And in the same way, maple seed and heptid seed, they have wing like structure that helps them to get carried away by the wind very easily. Understood? Now we'll come to the second agent, that is water. Okay. Some fruits like lotus have spongy parts. Okay. Some fruits like coconut have thick fibrous coat. It makes them lightweight and enables them to float on water. So let's take the example. Now see coconut. This is a coconut fruit. Can you see this inside part? This is the seed. And the outside fibrous coating, this is the part where air is actually trapped inside, thereby making coconut light in weight. Okay. Air is actually trapped in this part. Okay. Have you seen the inside part of a coconut? You will see air is actually trapped in this part. Okay. In this fibrous part, which enables the coconut to float on water and makes coconut light in weight. Okay. Now we will come to the second example, that is lotus. Okay. Can you see this lotus part? After the flower gets dried, you will get to see this part. Now this is the spongy part of the lotus. And can you see this inside? Inside part, this is the seed. So this spongy part makes lotus very light in weight. Okay. It makes it very light in weight so that it can float on water very easily, and wherever it will go, the seeds will fall off and a new plant will germinate. Okay. In that way the lotus plant disperse their fruits, I mean seeds. Understood? Now we'll come to the third agent, that is animals, including humans and birds. Now human beings and some other animals eat fruits like mango, apple and watermelon, throw away their seeds here and there, isn't it? Some fruits are eaten with their seeds. These pass out of their body undigested, and this way they spread the seed to different places. Okay. So the fruits, you must have seen birds having fruits. What they do, they carry the fruit along with them, and wherever they eat the fruit, they drop it and a new plant comes out from that fruit. And what happens? Some of the animals, they eat the fruit containing seeds. Okay. Along with the seed only they eat the fruit, and they pass the seed out of their body undigested. Okay. Now there are some seeds that have hook or spines that stick to the hairy skin of animals. Okay. For example, seeds of plants like xanthium and tiger nail seeds. Okay, we can see the example here. See tiger nail seeds and xanthium seeds. Okay. They have hook or spines. Now tiger nail seeds have hook. Can you see on the top of the seed? Can you see this tip? It's a hook like structure. Okay. It sticks to the hairy skin of animals. Okay. When an animal is passing by, this seeds that has hook on the top, it gets clinged on the skin of the animals, and they get dispersed in this way. Okay. Same way, you can see xanthium seeds, they have spines, they have hooked spines. Okay. When an animal is passing by or a human being passing by, they try to stick to the body or hairy skin of the animals, or in case of human beings, they stick to the clothes of human beings and are carried away to distant places. So the seed like tiger nail seeds and xanthium seeds, they have hooks and hook-like spines that stick to the hairy skin of animals or to the clothes of human beings and are carried to different places. Understood? Now we'll come to the fourth agent, that is explosion of fruits. Some fruits burst open or explode when they become dry. This explosion scattered the seeds away. The seed of pea and balsam dispersed by explosion. Can you see the example here? Pea fruit and balsam fruit. Can you see here? Now pea fruit, when it gets dried, it bursts. Okay. So when it bursts, the pea inside explodes and the seeds get scattered away. Understood? Can you see here balsam fruit explodes? When a balsam fruit explodes, the seed gets scattered like an explosion. Okay? The seed gets scattered and wherever they fall, a new plant germinates. So in this way, explosion of fruits help in dispersal of seeds. Understood, students? So students, today we have covered one of the most important topic, that is dispersal of seeds. We have understood what is dispersal of seeds, why dispersal of seed is important, and the role of the agents in seed dispersal. So we have studied about this today. I want you to go through the video properly and try to understand. Clear, students? Thank you.